eastern valley of Pololu.
Does it usually have a waterfall?
Right back off our 9, it's got to rain really hard for that thing to get going. It's not as much. And then we have North Kohala, Kapa'au, and Hawi. Hawi is traditionally the turnaround for the Ironman. Usually it's every October. Obviously last year we did not have it. And I don't know if it's going to happen this year or not, so we'll have to wait and see. But not a bad part of the world, huh? Pretty awesome. Then we get up here to the ridgeline, and it's just going to go from this lush in the green, and it turns pretty brown, although about 3 weeks ago we got some heavy rain on the leeward side than from earlier this week, so the leeward side's starting to green up a little bit. But we mentioned the cows. A lot of ranch in Kahua Ranch, Ponahola Ranch. Parker Ranch is the largest. That started way back in 1847. 2 acres turned into $500,000.
¿Qué es lo que dijo?
No, relevante. So what we'll do is we'll head down here towards Kauai to the harbor, and then we'll go offshore as we work our back to Waikoloa, and we'll go see if we can find a whale. Go whale watching. Never know.
Woohoo!
It's pretty awesome this time of year. We're kind of at the peak of the season right now. I still find it fascinating they can find this place to begin with. We can't navigate without a GPS and a pink line, and they come all the way around from Alaska to Hawaii and back. And when Mom gets here, she's really big. And when she leaves, she's going to lose about a third of her weight. They don't eat when they're here. All she does is nurse. An old junior can chug a couple 50-gallon drums of milk a day. When I first heard that, I'm just like, ow, poor Mom. That can't feel very good, but she doesn't, little one doesn't latch on. She'll roll over in the water, express the milk out, and the little one will gobble it up. Kohala Ranch, 10-acre lots plus at the top, 3 to 5 in the middle, 3 to 5 down below. It's pretty. It's just, if I had to live here, I'd want to be at the top where it's a lot cooler. It's so warm down by the ocean down here.
What's the cost for one of those lots?
You know, it's not extremely terrible, at least it wasn't a few months back, but the last few months the real estate is getting out of control. Like, people are buying stuff online, not even coming over here, they're just buying it. There was 3 acres a while ago for like $150,000. You know, for Kohala Ranch, it's not bad. And then problem is, though, you got to build a certain size house and all these points, and the restrictions are kind of obnoxious. And then you got the water at Kohala Ranch is really expensive. Okay, so we're going to work our way down here offshore, and then we'll, like I said, we'll keep an eye out. The wind is so very light, so whenever we see a spout, you know, usually it's pretty easy to see it, and we'll just kind of keep an eye out for them. I always recommend sails this time of year. I love sunset sails because it's kind of like a 2-for-1. A, you're on a boat. B, it's sunset in Hawaii. C, you have a beverage. D, captains are usually really good about trying to look for whales as well. It's not like, oh, see a sunset. You know, they try to do it all. So those are my favorite this time of year, the sunset sails.
What is that big cavern below us? Is that a lava tube?
Just a big crack, obviously. At one time, lava flows were probably coming down that, and just erosion over the years. When we get heavy rains, this river gets running from the top of the mountain.
Cerca.
Northernmost resorts down here at 11 o'clock. Mauna Kea Beach Hotel, 1965, Rockefeller, Old Lawrence built that place, third generation of John. Stunning beach down there. They limit the parking at Mauna Kea, so if it's full you can wait or you can always go to Hapuna. As nice as those beaches are, there's not a lot of shade. Shade's good. You can get torched over here pretty quick. 1 o'clock, 2 spouts. Just to the right of that boat. We're still really high, so we'll continue heading south and then we'll descend down more.
And at the time, I used to have the most wonderful dreams. Yeah. Late at night, lying in my bed, moving and grooving to the rhythm of
Yeah, it's pretty rare the water looks like this over here too. Usually you got some kind of trade wind breeze.
hear it calling your name. Feel the rhythm of the ocean, moving and
Ahí a la izquierda del lugar donde nos estamos quedando.
¿Dónde estábamos aterrizando? Alrededor, ¿cierto?
11 o'clock right down here. Perfect. Hopefully they'll stay up. So there might be 2 or 3 right down here. Hopefully they'll, like I said, they'll stay up. Get the sun on the back side of us a little bit easier.
just remember this story about the waves on trees which land and sea, moving and grooving to the rhythm of the ocean. Hear the rhythm, hear the rhythm,
We got 3, 1 deeper.
Is that a family or are they just friends hanging out?
Not sure. Coming around. Here we go.
Está lleno.
rhythm of the ocean, hear it calling your name. Feel the rhythm of the ocean, moving and grooving to the wind and the rain.
3 o'clock.
¿Acá?
Hear it right where you are.
Creo que son que esos que tienen el cuerno de unicornio.
The ocean, rocking and rolling to
¿Narvales? ¿Acá son narvales?
Ballenas.
They're so awesome. Sweet. Keep on heading south looking for some more. It's pretty cool when you see baby right next to mom, how small they are when right next to mama, so maybe we'll find a baby. It's kind of cool later in the season. When they get here, they're kind of tired. And then you get later in the season, and then the males, you know, they kind of get into the competition pods, if you would. Because they come down here to have babies and make babies, and the males are trying to show off, and hey, look at what I can do, and look at this, and look at this. And, you know, it's what guys do. It's what we do. But when they get real active, it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. It just varies, kind of how they're feeling. So Pulako, we get the Fairmont Resort, Mauna Lani, and then Waikoloa, and that's where the Hilton and the Marriott are. So these are the resorts out here on the coast. If you want sun, the state of Hawaii. Yeah, this coastline out here, without a doubt, is one of your best, if not the best. you want to go to a black sand beach that's really close, people drive for hours to see a black sand beach. Hold on, left turn, tight, here we go. Right below us. Well, there goes the tail. That guy just dove. See the circle in the water, that they can dive for up to 30 minutes. The baby, oh wait, there's another one coming up below. Coming around, here we go, tight turn. Bear with me. Taking a breath and dove as well. But when you see that circle in the water, that's the fluke, that's the tail going down. Yeah, the babies can only hold their breath for about 3 to 5 minutes, but the adults can do it for close to 30 minutes. But I was talking about a black sand beach, this cove over here at 11 o'clock. There's a beautiful black sand beach over there. It's called 49 Black Sand Beach. You come into the Fairmont area, and the first right is the Fairmont, second right is the Monolani, third right, it's one of those roundabouts that goes out to the golf course, and just beyond it on the left-hand side, there's a really swanky subdivision called 49 Black Sand Beach. So it's got the gated community, you gotta ask for a beach pass. There's only like 6 or 8 passes down there, so there's not a lot. Just remember, white sand beaches get really hot, black sand beaches get really, really, really hot, especially over here on the Kohala coast. Okay, I'm going to slalom right here. What do we? Oh, that's a boat. Those are kayakers, though. Like, wait, those are all kayakers. Stand-up paddleboard. That's how common it is. People are standing up paddleboarding out here. There's a couple right there, but the kayaker's pretty close. So as long as you stay still, they can come up to you. You're supposed to be within you can't be more than within 1,000 feet of them. But I've been on a boat where we have stopped. It was on a catamaran, and the darn thing was underneath us, like spinning it, and we could see it. I'm like, oh, stay there. My friend was on a Zodiac, and it went right under him, and he got a little nervous. He's like, whoa, that's a little close. I think we had a pretty successful morning. Awesome volcano viewing, valleys, whales, waterfalls. Can't go wrong with that. Thank you for joining me this morning. It was my pleasure to fly around. When we land back in Waikoloa, we'll get the helicopter turned off. If we want to do any pictures in front of the helicopter, we can certainly do that. I shouldn't have any issues with the ears as we descend down some more. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Hawaii. And Amelia and Felipe, safe travels back into Chile. And throughout the rest of your time here, and then eventually when you make it back to New York, and then, of course, Helen and Brent back into Sacramento. And if you guys ever come back to Hawaii, come see us again. It's not here in Waikoloa, but Kauai, Maui, and Oahu. We're working on getting our Hilo base open. It hasn't opened up yet just due to COVID, but we love your feedback as well. We've been doing this for a long time, and we love to hear what you have to say. So our e-guest book is broken, so you got to go online to the website. Be on New School, Instagram, TripAdvisor. If you want to be old school, you can write something out. But aloha, mahalo, and a hui ho. Have a great time watching the Super Bowl this afternoon, and I hope you had a great time. I'll be right back.